Hey. All right, well.
May I have your attention, please? Today's episode is brought to you by Writer Justice. Featuring special guest, Ashlee Harry of Pozer magazine.
All right. It's a party. At least it is in my head. Yes, as I said before, welcome to episode 10 of the I Speak Good podcast with Dump Truck, the long-awaited 10th episode. I'm really excited to be able to drop this. I kind of fell off the face of the earth there for a minute because both of my cameras decided to quit. There were a couple of quitters, and it took me a while to get back on top of that action. But now we're here, and I actually have had a couple of episodes I've been itching to release for the last couple of months now, and I'm excited. This is one of them. This will be an interview with my friend Ashlee Harry, and she is responsible for Pozer magazine, and I just thought that was cool and wanted to talk to her about it and what makes a person like that tick, So it's a really fun talk. It's a good talk. It's a lot about Goonies never say die. Always keep fighting for it. If it's what you want, then never stop, no matter what other people say. And yeah, some honest moments in there, which I always appreciate. And I just want to thank you all for staying tuned. The social media audience continues to grow kind of on its own. And I really am quite grateful for everyone that's checking in with purpose. Anytime you want to share anything, that helps me immensely. Just to kind of get the word out. The whole point of this is just to tell some stories and share some insight. And I feel like, that's my way of being a part of the solution. So big thank you also to Writer Justice. They've stuck by my side through this whole little dippity-doo and have kept the train moving. And it's why I'm able to get started again today. So without further ado, this is a word from our sponsor, and we'll roll right into the interview with Ashlee. So stick around. This is to let you know why I choose to partner with Writer Justice. My friend Scott O'Sullivan here from Writer Justice, and I've got one main question that probably a lot of other people are wondering is, when the worst case scenario happens, or whenever I just need advice from a lawyer in general, why would someone call Writer Justice over any of the other names that are out there?
Well, I appreciate you asking the question, and it's a great one because the big difference for us in Writer Justice is actually when, God forbid, something happens, your loved one goes down, you go down, your friend, your brother, sister, you call us, you actually get me, and I can walk you through whatever your scenario is, your pros, cons, rights, what can we do against the other side? What are the possibility of success? We can walk you through the whole thing, and you're not going through some call center. You're not going through some intake person that maybe even didn't graduate from high school, that his whole job is to grab you and sign you up really quick. So for me, my job is to actually counsel you, walk you through what's going on, tell you at least how to do a bunch of it on your own to protect your rights so that you have a chance of recovery in the end. And in the big scheme of things, if it's not something I can help you with, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm there just to try to help and help as many people as we can. And the thing to remember too for us is that we're not some giant firm that needs to take in 1,000 cases a month. They're all out there. We really are. It's all about quality of care. It's one-on-one with the staff. You get me, another attorney, and a paralegal assigned to your case, and we work as a team on your case, and you actually get hands-on stuff. No call centers, no phone trees, no AI. You actually get real people handling your case from start to finish. And that's who we are.
Imagine me dyslexic and writing a magazine. How did that even happen?
I love it. Well, I think you just introduced yourself. That's kind of amazing. What's up, y'all? I am stoked to be hanging out with my homie Ashlee Hari of
Hey, hey.
Pozer magazine, which we are definitely going to touch on later on in the show. If you don't know about it, you're welcome. This is a really rad publication. It's the first one I've had in my hands, and I can't wait to dive into it. So, Ashlee, what's happening, babe? How are you?
I'm good. I'm just hanging out with Dumpy, sitting here.
Questioning my life's choices on how I got
Yeah.
here. Well,
How did I get here?
well, that's actually what the show is about. We'll unpack it together.
That's good. Yay.
Well, you look fantastic. That's a cool room you're in.
Thank you. Thank you. It's actually my office, and I just kind of put it together. These mirrors someone made me and gifted them to me. So I was like, love this. I got to put it up in my office.
Heck yeah, dude. That's sick. I like
Yeah.
it. All right, well let's kind of get into it. So we've known each other. I mean, we're not super tight friends. We're definitely homies.
Yeah.
And we've known each other. I don't know. It's probably been 3-4 years or something like that. The first time we ran into
Longer.
each other. Is it
Sturgis.
longer?
Sturgis. We were working for that
Oh
company.
shit.
That's where
That
I
was
met
Sturgis
you.
2021.
2020, 2021. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
almost like, yeah, it's been a minute.
I totally
Yeah.
fucking forgot
I
about that.
know. How
Oh,
crazy.
I
That was some good
actually
times.
I found some of those. Holy shit, my mind just exploded. This is why you got to talk to your
It's
friends,
actually
people.
right before volume 1 had dropped. I was actually like finalizing things. So it was before the release of Pozer. Yeah.
That's so dope.
Crazy.
Man, so yeah, I actually like came across a couple of those videos like a few weeks ago. I was going through stuff and I was just like, what is this? It's like, oh my God, I actually still have some in my medicine cabinet.
No.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, those CBD mentholated balm just in case
I mean,
you have
it
an
it
ail.
worked. I know. I was struggling like in cowboy boots, walking around with buffalo chip, and I'm just like, all right, let me just rub this all over my body because I can't walk anymore.
It did work. The stuff was good. We
It
weren't
was nice.
pumping nothing. So that's awesome. So I met
Yeah.
you and Chuck Garrick at the same time then.
Same, you and Chuck at the same time. That was
That's
fun.
awesome. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Sabine's first Sturgis too.
I think that was mine.
Was it?
And I got paid to be there, so that was I can't complain.
Yeah, most people go there and spend a bunch of it. That's nice to not have to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Well, dope. So, like, how long have you been a part of the, custom culture, really? Because I wouldn't say that you're just in the motorcycle community. Like, you've got your hands in a few different worlds. When
Yeah.
did that start for you, or you just come from a fashionable family?
So, as far as style, fashion, and stuff, my parents actually were the first multi-brand male store in the United States to carry a male designer brand called Hugo Boss. So it was like really a big deal. And I was a kid, so I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until I was a lot older. But that's where it all was born, growing up in these showrooms with my parents, going to New York and back and just seeing all of this. And I'm glad I did because it actually influenced a lot of the way I shoot and style things now.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. I was not aware of that. I asked really good questions, apparently.
Yeah, I don't talk too much about, these types of things. I try not to talk too much about myself. I like to just be humble.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. I appreciate you sharing. Well, that's awesome. So, like, when did like rock and roll become a part of it all for you? Because I mean, you definitely have a lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean,
I
as
mean, we all
long as
do. Like,
we all look the part.
yeah.
But honestly, as far as music, here's another weird fact about me, but I started learning the piano at 5 and learned music theory and then started and I wrote and I wrote music, like sheet music and read sheet music, and then composed my own song at 8 years old. So it just always has been in my life. So every type of music is just phenomenal to me, like, all of it.
But
Yeah.
that's dope. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I was really lucky to grow up in a music home as well. Like everybody played an instrument or sang or both.
Yeah.
And like very well. Like my sister, my dad, myself. I think my mom was like she was driving.
My mom can't sing.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
tries,
yeah,
but
yeah.
bless her heart.
She can drive the hell of that big van, though. I tell you.
She can drive, that's for sure.
Well, cool. So, like, when did you when did you start taking the fashion side of things and applying it to like a professional life? Where did you go and like and get like professional training? Did you go to school, or is it kind of like a self-taught, just figuring out as you go? And
I think it was a little bit of both. I ended up going to this hair academy, but it covered not only hair, but fashion, curating your own fashion shows. So I had to do total looks like that. And I started curating important shoots for this hair school. And I just kind of burst from there. So I learned how to, come up with a set, photographers, all that stuff that comes with behind the scenes around like 2017. So I've been, starting from there and kind of crafted it and perfected it, and here I am now with some bizarre style and just really, cool shoots, I think, just unique shoots. Yeah.
well, what happened right after 2017? Where did it go after that?
See, I think I just, Instagram was kind of weird at that point. It was just you
It's
posted
all kind of weird.
whatever. It is still really weird, really, really weird, but you just kind of posted to post it. There wasn't really some kind of point. You maybe just, maybe posted a lot of your clothes and what you wore, and that's just kind of how it started, where I started experimenting with different ideas and clothes and shoots. And, it just kind of took off from there. And, yeah, it's really weird because I think I never really thought of myself as fashionable or sensible, but it was cool to see that I maybe have some idea how I'm dressing myself.
Well, I think it goes. I mean, the impact of it all, I think, is because it goes beyond the clothes and how you wear your hair and all that kind of stuff. It is like I don't know one single time that we have been around each other and there wasn't something horsepower focused in the room or on the wall or something like. I mean, it is the actual the depth of lifestyle, not just this one photo shoot that made you look a certain style or something that you did that way. I
Yeah.
think that gets attracted to it, and it's awesome. And I think um, that has to be something that is like led to inspiration behind Pozer magazine, because when you dig into this, it is extremely empowering and a really great representation of the women on the moto side of life. So, what was it about that professional journey that led you to want to create something that was beautiful, told great stories, and had purpose?
There was only so much I can come up with like just shooting myself and not having some kind of muse. So I wanted to take my skills beyond, I wanted to really see what I could do. And from, every shoot that kept going, I would come up with a little bit of a more different idea until I was able to tweak what my signature was. Um, and it took a lot of time, but that's how it influences the shoots today. As far as storytelling and all that, I've always been into writing, and poetry, and just from there it just went on and on and on. Um, but that's I mean, 2017 is when I also got introduced to motorcycles and all that. So,
How did you
I
get
didn't
introduced to motorcycles? Like, tell me that origin
I
story.
hate to say this because It's
That's a good start.
I hate to say this because I feel like it's unfortunately every woman's story that it starts like this. And sometimes I hate it, but it's exactly how mine started. It was a boy.
Oh
It
my
was about
God.
a boy. Oh my God. But this guy asked me on a date and was like, "Have you ever been on a motorcycle?" I'm like, "No." And I didn't even know what the chopper was, really. I couldn't tell you the difference at that point, but that was the moment I started being around it, and my boyfriend at the time was he would test me on the motors and like,
Yeah.
"What's this motor? Okay, what's this motor?" And we'd go walk through shows. He goes, "Okay, what's that one?" And, he obviously point out to, like, a gen shovel because that would trick me back then and, so that's how I learned about it originally. So those worlds did not collide for me yet. And in 2017, I was just starting to figure out my style, and I was just starting to dip into, um, the curated shoots and etc. So that's just when it started. Yeah.
What was the first motorcycle for you that allowed you to start your own story and get off that dude's bike?
The first motorcycle, like the one that I got first.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's my Sportster that I have right now. It's a 1988 Evo Sportster,
Hell
obviously.
yeah. I've got
And
an 89.
yeah, awesome. I just love the, 80s. So I was like, hell yeah, 88. Why not?
4-speed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's really
Yes.
annoying for us when something goes wrong, by the
Yeah,
way.
I know.
But if you ever need anything for that bike, let me know. I've
I
rebuilt my
will.
89. It was my first Harley, so I still have it.
Okay, yeah, I'm always like everyone's like, "Well, why don't you just sell it?" And I'm like, "I'm not selling it." Like I got it built exactly, I had a vision and it has a thing to it, and I'm not
Well,
gonna
I
sell
mean,
that.
bottom line, there is very rarely a good reason to get rid of a Sportster. Sportsters
No,
are
no.
one of the most fucking fun bikes out there that Harley Davidson has
Mhm.
ever made. It's one of the reasons why I won't get rid of mine. I've rebuilt it twice, and
Yeah.
it's in process of being rebuilt a third time.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just absolutely fantastic. So I always tell people, I tell people this at work, at the dealership, customers, everybody. I was like, hey, you know what? If you really don't feel like you're going to get the value out of that Sportster for trade in, you should probably just like not sell it. And they were like looking at me
Exactly.
like a crazy person. I'm like, bro, you are going to be, I don't know a single friend of mine that doesn't wish that they had that first Sportster if that's how they started. Uh, and if
Yeah,
they
you're
sold it, they're
right.
always like, I should have kept it. I'm like, yeah,
It's
that's why I'm
always
never
I
getting rid
should
of
have
mine.
kept it.
I don't care
Yeah,
what
because
shape
it's
it's
also
in.
like reliable, even though I had a lot of issues with mine. My friend one time called it the Sportster from hell because
Oh yeah,
for a
our bikes are
Sportster, it
not for the
was
timid. Like our
no.
transmission and top end combination is
But not
very
only that, it
unique.
was it was more so of just like there was always a weird issue with it. Like
Hmm.
random issues like you've never really even heard of. So that's why it was just the Sportster from hell because you're like, what? There's always another thing happening to it. And everyone's like, oh, what's wrong now? I'm like, don't get me started. So
Well, they're
now,
basically they're basically half of an Iron Head and half of an Evo Sportster.
yeah.
So like you means you've got 50% of those Iron Head problems in your motorcycle.
Gotta love those
There's
problems.
just a lot of teaching moments, you know. I commend you for sticking to it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now I need to just take it. I just need to change my frame, so I have to take it apart and just all this fun
Well, that's
stuff.
fun
Yeah.
because then you get to fancy it all the way back up.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
doing
I'm
that
kind
right
of
now to my FXR.
really
Yeah, I'm waiting on one more part that I need to have before I tear the bike completely down. And I'm getting
nice.
a Brock's Performance aluminum swing arm.
There
And
you
so
go.
once that comes in, because I don't want to take it apart and then not be able to put it back together with all the new components.
Right. I was actually going to ask you because I know there's people that just take it apart and then they buy parts as they go or whatever.
That's how I've always
But
done it, and it's not the way. It's always ended up frustrating me. You just got to learn some
yeah.
patience and just wait for those back order parts to show up whenever they get there, because they're not going to show up any sooner just because you crying about it through an email. You know how many times I have like delete draft? Like, don't send that email, dump truck.
Like
Quit
that
being a
is
bitch. Just
shame.
wait around for a
Shame.
minute. It's like it'll get here when it shows up, not a moment sooner. It's so hard though. But yeah, I'm
I want it
excited.
now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really excited to rebuild that FXR. Like, this will be my first frame up. I mean, I've torn the Sportster completely down with my friend Steve Koso back in the day, but like we didn't, powder coat the frame or anything like that. We did some custom
Yeah.
stuff to, cases and covers and slapped it back together with some weird shit and sent it off. But this will be like, full powder coated, actually probably a Cerakoted frame, and
Ooh.
then a whole bunch of, cool guy parts going on it to make it a really rad Japanese flame color covered motorcycle. I'm really
Has to
excited.
be cool guy parts.
Yep.
Cool guy parts
It's good.
only.
Cool guy parts only, bro. Maybe I should put that on the tank instead of Harley Davidson, just cool guy parts only.
Just cool guy.
Be the cool guy with the custom license plate. Cool guy with a
Cool
kit.
guy. Yeah.
It's custom. Custom cool
Custom
guy.
with a K.
You know it. No culture vultures over here. So your Terrier's down to the frame. Do you know when you're going to do that?
Yeah, no. I just like that's a whole other thing outside of, and that's the issue with me. It's I let my business take over my whole life.
Well, how do you not though? Like
That
that's
I
being an
know.
entrepreneur. Then, and a lot of people don't realize that that's exactly what it does. Like, it is your life all the time. There are technically no days off because your brain's always cooking.
Always, always. And that's why when people go, "Oh, when are you gonna redo it? When are you gonna redo it?" And I'm like, that's when I find the time between like trying to keep my business still a business with just only me and then doing that. So, I mean, I need I need to, not need to, I want to. I want to make sure I, start carving out time for things that I like and are for me, but mm. Also, I think what people sometimes don't realize is when you make something a business, so like when choppers are just all I eat, sleep, read 24/7, sometimes I look at my bike and I'm like, "Ugh, not another fucking chopper." Like, and I just like walk away, and I it sounds like blasphemy to say, but I'm just honest. I have to keep it honest. So, I mean, yeah, if I maybe find help with the magazine, then I won't be so fucking sick of choppers right now. But
I just want something with suspension for now, damn it.
so yeah,
Something that
something
just
normal.
starts every time. Something that, someone makes parts to replace if they ever break instead of having to fabricate everything.
Everything. Imagine that. God
Well,
forbid.
I don't know, and they might exist, but I think pretty much every one of my custom builder homies also has some kind of fuel injected geyser glide or something in the back, just in case they
Yeah.
actually want to go somewhere. And they're like, "Yep, nope, no
Yeah.
choppers today. We're gonna take this guy. It's gonna start every time."
I know, and it's getting to that point where I'm just like, I think I just need one where it doesn't give me a headache. And I can just get on there and sayonara to everyone.
I need something that's a reliable, really reliable bike. I had a 2019 Road King, and I ended up
Oh,
selling it
nice.
to my buddy so I could buy this truck for an adventure I was going to go on. And ever since then, every bike that I have has just tested me. And I'm like, and I can't give up on it. I love it. I love the test. So I'm like, all right, if I'm going to love the test, let me get something that always starts and make sure that I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm with you very, very much. Like I'm ready for that push button start life again. Like I
It
miss it
feels like
so.
a sin, but I'm like, I think we're gonna go do that.
It's not a bad way to be, you know. Like it's
No,
okay.
some
There's another way. So what else do you have going on motorcycle wise? So you're on your first bike, you love it. Where have you taken it? Everywhere?
I mean, I've the furthest I've taken it to Arizona and then back.
From LI?
From California, yeah, Orange County, and then over there, and then came back. And then it just started giving me tons of problems. And then Pozer got busy. So it's just once I got back, I feel like it was just going. But yeah, I've been local, all that. But that's the furthest, and that's why I say I need to make more time
Yeah, yeah.
because that's not even like a third of the way I want to go, you know. I want to go all the way to Charlotte and back. That was
Come
my
on with
plan.
it.
Yeah, that was my plan, but life happened last year and so yeah, but I'm going to keep on sticking to my plan
I'm
as you
still out
have.
here. Come on. Stay down.
Yeah, I know. I got to come visit you over there.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, and I think that you're right. You're right to start to make a plan to make space to actually ride your motorcycle. And it really is a lot more important than people understand. So it's like the second you choose to work in the motorcycle industry, no matter like how long you've been riding bikes, if you've been riding bikes your whole life, and then you started in the motorcycle industry, or it's kind of a segue into your life because of each
Mhm.
other, you stop riding compared to whenever you're not really working in the industry, and it turns into a job. And like I personally know several people that kind of resent motorcycles at this point, and they still work in the industry but they no longer ride motorcycles.
It's
So
just kind of what happens unless you're getting paid to ride.
well, since you
Then there's
work for yourself, you
yeah.
should pay yourself to go ride motorcycles.
Right, you would assume, but then you get that guilt of, well,
Oh no,
be that
I don't
bad,
get that guilt.
and
I don't get
oh,
that guilt at
I
all.
I do.
I
I
definitely
do.
deserve it. Everyone deserves like that level of happiness, especially when it's simply applied by twisting a throttle. You don't have to go
Yeah,
disappear for a month like, life used to allow probably, but like being able to disappear for at least an overnight, like that stuff's good. And even just for a full long ass day, like
yeah.
that'll be enough to make you feel like you're ready to get back at it again.
Recharge
Yeah,
and get back into
just gotta
it.
stay connected to it. Like a lot of
Yeah.
times I find myself holding me back if like I for whatever reasons, like, well, it's not a motorcycle trip if I'm not going for 2 weeks. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, no,
when I
exactly.
didn't have an address, of course, yeah. Like
Yeah, fair game.
yeah, but like not now. In like 2 weeks. I got shit to do, man. I can't be gone for 2 weeks.
No, that blows my brain a little bit. And I think that's where I never knew I was a workaholic until I was put in that position. So you just kind of get addicted to that hustle. Like, okay, and then next I get to do this, and then next I don't have time to do all of this to make my goal happen, and then everything just gets lost. Then you're like, I'm not even, going out with friends as much because I'm always like, sorry, I got this deadline, like for myself, deadline for myself that I'm
Yeah, but I mean,
committed
it's good that
to.
you're accountable to yourself. That's hard. That's
Yeah.
hard for me to do. It's much easier when I've got another human being to be accountable to and with. But like
Yeah.
when it's all you, like that internal conversation is strong. So if you can like stay to it, listen, like there's a time for the hustle. And whenever it's time to hustle, then everything else that counts will be there when you need it. And right
Mhm.
now, I mean, it seems like you feel like what you need to be doing is hustling and working your ass
Yeah.
off and making time for that so it can grow and succeed. And
Yeah.
I would agree. Like if that's the motive, if you're into staking your flag and getting some growth going so you can hire another person this is what I'm hearing,
That's what
then
you're hearing.
yeah, then hustle hard. Tell the
Yeah, and
homies,
I
hey, I'm
do.
making my dreams happen. I will come up for air as soon as possible. Thanks for checking in on
Yeah.
me. Please keep checking in on me. I love you. Bye bye.
Yeah. It's like, "Hey, don't stop checking in on me because I know I keep saying I'm busy, but there is a time where I say, 'F it, let me just go and have,' because I'm gonna just drive myself crazy just hearing Pozer, 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 Pozer all."
Choppers, 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 choppers.
Exactly.
Like,
Choppers, choppers,
not
choppers.
one time did I hear Taylor Swift. Like, come on, this is ridiculous.
What is this?
Am I even alive anymore?
Who am I?
I've surrounded myself with only things I like. I don't even know what to hate anymore. I gotta go outside.
I gotta go outside
I
now.
gotta go remind myself. Well, that's dope, man. I mean, like to be able to find something, especially early in life that you could be passionate about and lean into so hard, and that by itself is a blessing. Like so many people, don't ever find something like that because they choose a different path. But I think it's worthwhile. I mean, this is the first issue that I have been able to check out. Is this the typical size of all of your
Yeah.
issues? Because I mean, this is coffee table collectible level paper
So
here. I mean, it's
all of them are the same,
this
right?
is
But
so stout.
when you start out, this is volume 1, right? It
Yeah,
is like 100 pages or
I
something.
like that you act like you don't
Then
know how many pages are in there.
it's like I really sometimes forget. But
I
let's
won't
see.
tell anybody.
Okay, I have 118 pages in that one. Then you get then you go to 2 and it's like so you see you go to 2 right here and it's like 100 well, let's just check, Ashley.
Yeah.
134 pages. And then I know this by heart. This is 163
Oh, it's
pages. So,
growing.
yeah, yeah, it just keeps growing and growing and growing, which is awesome. And like, I didn't expect my volume 3 to kind of be as thick as it was because, there was some stuff going on last year and I just had to like, figure out, all right, I have to replace features. How am I gonna do this? And I mean, not only did I replace them, I ended up getting more on top of that. So it was a blessing in disguise, but I had to yeah, make some hard decisions for the business. And sometimes people are not happy with your choices,
Sure.
and at the end of the day it's your business, it's your baby. And this is work, Unfortunately, I can't be best friends with everyone in the magazine.
What?
I can't I just
It's
imagine.
like, no
I
offense, everyone. I also don't care to be best friends with everyone. Like,
I just, and
but I
I
love
think
you.
I love you guys so much. Like, and that's why I really, really vet out the people I put into the magazine. It's just not like, hey, you look cool and your bike's cool. Let me, I just have to find some kind of interest. Like, wow, you're interesting. You're very about the community and act like genuinely supporting women and stuff. So that's a huge process for me and that's why it takes so long to come out with a magazine. But as you see, it's not like really a magazine. It's so hard to.
No, I mean, it's a collection of stories. I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean,
Yeah,
and the way you finish the entire, I mean, book. You just keep putting
exactly.
books out here. Yeah.
Yeah,
The about us page back there where you really like level out with your intent. I think that is like super rad. And it's the first thing that came to mind whenever I read that back page where you talk about why you are here and this is supporting and empowering, strong women within, this world lifestyle, not necessarily industry at all. Just people that you've met organically on your own journey on two wheels. And I want to know that, what was it? Where were you sitting? What was going on? Where was the aha moment where you went, you know what? I just after talking with this person or experiencing this thing, I need to go make Pozer magazine, whether it had a name at the time or not, happen. And this is what I want it to be. What was the part of your life that inspired that?
So it was during COVID. So I actually birthed the concept in 2019. It was right before COVID, but it was more so of the things at the time I was going through. And it was me building my bike. I didn't personally build my bike, someone else built it. But it was in that journey, in that process. And I remember having a lot of difficulties with certain, understanding certain things.
Right.
And a lot of the women out there at the time were inaccessible, really. Or I don't know what it was. Maybe I wasn't cool enough, or I didn't have a bike yet, or something. But I wasn't met with a lot of, you know, warmth. And that was frustrating. And so on top of that, I had a guy one day DM me and try to take me out, and I was obviously not interested. And it was like, okay, so what are your plans with your bike? I'm saying I'm gonna sprinter front end, blah 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 blah. Oh, I'm sorry, a Springer front end. I slipped, but he tried to correct me from Springer to Sprinter. And I was super new, so I was questioning myself, fuck,
Wait, do I know?
Sprinter. I was like, I thought it's a Springer. I mean, literally has a Springer on there. And so I'm all in my head. And so I remember going to the shop that my bike was at, and it only had the frame and the motor and the front end and the handlebars. And I was like, oh, it has some things on there. But I go there with one of my best friends, Andy, and he's like, all right, what do you want to do? So I'm thinking and the hesitation was so there. I was like a sprinter front end, and oh my God. Andy was like, Ashlee, what the it's called a Springer, you ding dong. And I was like,
oh, you know it.
oh, no,
I was like, oh, it's a whole Charlie Brown moment right there,
literally.
just
And
pulling the football out.
Oh, exactly. And I was like, ooh, I'll get my day, And so it was that kind of combination together, and me catching COVID and being locked up in my sister's room. Her and I had COVID. And I was just kind of like, wouldn't it be cool if I just there was something, And my sister was like, well, let me check if there's an all women's publication of actual women that ride their motorcycles. None. There was none. And I'm like, you're shitting me. There's none. I would be the one. And I was like, all right, that's it. I got to come up. I have to hop on this quick, because one of my business advice to people is if you have an idea, chances are someone else has that same idea. And it's just a race to who comes out and brings it to life first. That's really all it is. So,
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's good advice. Yeah, if you have an idea about something you want to do, I mean, I've said it 100 times, probably too many now if someone's been listening regular, but I started doing this podcast because I was tired of talking about it. And I was like, talking about it's not doing me any good. I was like, I need to just get it started. Whether I can actually invest enough time to make this a super regular thing yet or not, doesn't matter. I need to start doing it. Get it out here. Start having these conversations and start hanging out with the homies. Damn it. I love these stories.
Exactly.
That's the best.
I mean, and the worst thing, right? And it's why we're so afraid to just hop on it is oh, what if we fail? What if no one listens? What if no one reads this? Okay. But what I realized is there's no success without failure. People have to fail multiple times before they become successful. I mean, that's most of just the statistics out there. How many times has someone tried? and they failed at that, and they failed at that until they actually became
Nailed it.
successful. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's gonna happen. You can't be afraid of what other people are gonna say, think, accuse you of. You ride, you don't ride, you this, you that, you poser, whatever. Yeah, okay, so what? I'm a fucking
You know what,
poser. Now
Pozer?
what?
Watch
Yeah.
this. Check this magazine
Yeah.
out.
Posers. Unlimited. Worldwide.
I love it. The title of your magazine is basically like two big middle fingers. Like,
It's sarcasm at its best, and that's how I handle things, Like, I remember, like I said, there were some issues last year that I was having, and sometimes people are mean and they want to say mean things, but they were saying I was like a clown, and whoever supports me is a clown. So I don't know if you looked at your
oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you've noticed. And on the back are the people that called me clowns.
Oh, no way. Oh, you're so
I let
brave.
you in on a secret. No one really knows, but now they know.
They know now. Oh,
They
that
know
is
now.
magic.
So just how Pozer, the name Pozer came to be, this cover came to be, and people would have probably like rolled over and just died at whatever, all that shit and mob mentality that was up against me. But I sit there, I go, no, I'm not going to let you make that decision for me. And on top of that, I'm going to really like laugh about it. And I'm going to turn it into something great that I can laugh about once it comes out. And once it came out, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is awesome. And that's why this one's my favorite, because it has like a little more meaning to it. And it, to me, it's just something tangible that says, hey, man, you can get through anything. Anything. People can come for you, tear you down, this, that. But you look at that as a learning lesson. You carry yourself with grace. You pick yourself up and you move on, and you create something fantastic out of it. I mean, the name Pozer is exactly what it is. So
It's so
that's just
good.
kind of, it's just in my DNA to do this. Like, oh
Well,
yeah,
and then you picked
I'll show you.
you picked the perfect cover model. I mean, if
We know who that
anyone
is,
out there
right?
knows Mika, you know that she is actually a clown dressed as a person.
Yep.
Which
You
I
want, you
don't
want
think
to
she
know a
would
fun
disagree with.
fact? A
Yes.
fun fact is this clown makeup she has on right now is actually referenced off of a real photo of Mika,
Oh yeah,
um,
no doubt.
with that same exact clown face. So yeah, it was really thought out.
I saw this instantly. I was like, "Oh, my homie!" I was like, "That is an actual photo of her. That is not
Yeah,
a depiction of a different kind. That's her at her core."
yeah.
I love Mika. So you and Mika have been friends for a while, huh?
Man, we've known each other for like 10 years, almost 10
Nice.
years.
Well,
So yeah, I've known her, I think actually when I met her like online, it was as she was moving out of Long Beach when I was living in Long Beach. So, but she's been a super, super great friend to me. Like, she knows all my secrets, where all my bodies are hidden and buried. Because she knows it all, and she's the only person out there that does. Like, I trust no one but her, and she's just fantastic, the most supportive friend I could ever ask for.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. What was it like being able to include her in this issue?
It was just something I've always wanted to, so it was super exciting because I knew her story so awesome and great and unique, and it's actually very inspiring. So not only was I like, yes, I get to feature my best friend, it was just more so I'm excited about how much, inspiration she's going to bring to other women reading this, because it's such an inspiring story. If you guys should read it for sure. But yeah, it's inspiring.
Absolutely. Definitely should. Well,
Yeah.
she's definitely an inspiring woman. She's been one of
Yeah.
my super close homies for a minute as well. And like,
Yeah.
so, um, when it comes to like finding these stories, is there a process, or are these people so far? Because eventually, you kind of run out of people you naturally run into. Like you got to set some things up. But are all these people
Mhm.
like organically a part of your life? Is that how you get to find them and select them, or is it like word of mouth? Is it
Um,
both?
so with volume 1, it was everyone that I've, like, come across with. There was, I think, a woman in the Netherlands, so obviously I didn't, like, personally meet her one-on-one, but, yeah, volume 1 is probably just a book of my friends doing really cool things, and they're really cool. So, then volume 2 was I met people through search of features. And also, after volume 1, I was approached a lot by other women saying, "Hey, like, what can I do to get into this magazine? Like, I really love it." And so I kind of asked them a little few questions and kind of look on their profiles, see what they're about, and go from there. But I mean, it started first doing interviews like on Google Meet and doing interviews like that, then recording them and going back and, just writing up an article like that. Mm. But at first, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like, I couldn't. So then I got the process down, and yeah, so with volume 3, I mean, actually, a lot of these women I haven't met in real life. So it's getting to the point where they're not my friends anymore. I'm meeting them through Pozer, which is the goal at the end of the day was like, "Oh, we get to meet so many different women and bring them
Yeah.
together." So that was the goal, and it's really cool to see that happening. But yeah, I'm still nailing the process of who like, how I figured this out, how, the organization of it all because that's spreadsheet stuff.
Yeah, it
Like
sure is. It's the boring and important part of all this kind of stuff.
the most important, but the most I'm like, I what do you mean? Why X equals who? Like, I why?
Yeah, at work, doing the marketing thing at my job, and I'm also the content creator there. So it's like some days are right brain, some days are left brain. And I've actually
Mhm.
had to start scheduling my creative days for whenever my boss isn't there because we collaborate a lot throughout the day on a regular basis. And you can't just pop
Yeah.
out of creative mode and then start, talking numbers and, bullshit and like not bullshit, but like completely different type of thinking and they go right back into creative. It's like, no, whatever I had,
Yeah.
I lost, and I'm gonna have to sit here for a while before I find it, and then it'll be there,
Yeah.
and then I can get back into it again. So it's like, yeah, the only way that I can do both the creative side and the data side is if I like pick my days. I'm
Mm.
like,
Yeah, that's actually very smart because I mean, sometimes it comes down to said creative day, and I'm just like, where are all my creative ideas? Like, where did they go? Or I'm just not in this creative mode. So it's really hard to actually, to go off what you said, is actually really hard to allocate time, specific time to just being creative because you have to. You can't just randomly one day be like, "All right, today I'll be creative," and it's inconsistent. It's just inconsistent. So, that's the challenging part is saying, "All right, this day is gonna be the day I'm creative, but, I don't feel all too creative."
yeah, it's
So,
I
yeah.
feel like there's this view of artists in general that it is just today I'm going to be creative. And it pisses me off, to be honest with you, because it's like, bro, do you have any idea like how much energy you have to use before creative day shows up? Like
It's
this
like
isn't
and you
just I'm going to be
sometimes
creative today. Like anything we're doing is we're doing right. So as you know and have discovered, like the spreadsheet side of life is super important to making sure anything even works right and you can keep track of what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
And once that's done, then you can do create, because if it's not done, it's going to ruin your creative. Like
It will,
I
it
marathon
will.
those days. I'm like, okay, today is going to be spreadsheet day. I've got to plan my content. I got to plan my whatever. And that's all. I'm just going to wake up early, start early, finish late, and be done with it.
Exactly. I mean, that's like inventory for me. Imagine
Yes.
someone like me trying to do inventory. It takes me like all day because then I find some really cool poser thing that it, like wasn't it was
Shiny.
so old.
Squirrel.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm like, ooh, there's a dice. Ooh, tire caps that are poser dice. Where did this come from? And then and before you know it, I'm just sitting on the floor and there's just a whole circle around me of just everything and I'm trapped.
It's
So
like a crow.
that's a
I
day in
just
my life.
collected all my favorite things and I put them around me. Like,
Yeah, exactly
oh,
that.
look, shiny. Yay. Ooh, is that a peanut?
Yeah,
Oh,
yay.
amazing.
Exactly. Dude, exactly. And even like customer emails. Oh, those ones are so hard for me because for one, I know that sometimes things aren't getting out in a timely manner because I have to like take a lot of my time and focus on inventory
Right.
or
Yeah.
take my time and actually do the shipping part or take my time and actually create or take market this social media and then things just start slacking because it's like there's so much
It looks
and
big.
it's so much and I think I like minimize it just to kind of be able to do it all but it's kind of like yeah I think people aren't used to or not used to, I think they don't view small businesses as they used to, and they're treating small businesses more like a corporation. And I can't work as corporate
Right.
and I try to respond like a corporation, but then they expect corporate thing. And so we sit here and I'm just crying with them. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Why? I'm trying so hard, you guys.
I wish I
Um,
had another me.
well, what is it that you have done so far? Now we're consulting. What is it that you've done so far to gauge expectations of your customers? Like, do they know off the start that you may not get to their email for 3 days? Because if you haven't been able to tell them that, you could do a vacation responder and let that message go
Yeah.
out to people so that people can just like understand the process, get it a little bit. Come, I have to do that, man.
Yeah,
The
you're
hardest part of my
right.
job right now is I actually have to respond to my emails multiple times a day. And in the past, when
Exactly.
I was running my own show by myself, I responded to emails Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay,
That
yeah.
was it. That's how I started my day because like I nothing was an emergency. I was a voice actor, MC full time, like content creator.
Yeah.
There's no real like emergencies that happen.
No, no. But
So like you
it's
don't have to get a hold of me through email. And if you have to get a hold of me, you'll call my phone.
exactly,
But
exactly. And yeah, I think what ends up happening is I will have to allocate, and that's the thing. It's I have to probably allocate a whole day to it because you respond to all the emails and then they respond back for like after you've gone through the list, that first person responded back. And so
oh
you
yeah,
look up and you're like, holy shit, I was supposed to like pack orders and then like post social media content but now it's like 4 o'clock and I've been up since 10. So it does take up a lot more time than I even sometimes realize. So
yeah.
I do have
Um,
to allocate that for
I
sure.
I definitely would send a responder out and let people know, and then allocate time. Be like, I have 4 hours of this day and that day to check emails because like stuff like
Yeah.
that, it's always going to be there. It's never if
Mhm.
it stops, something has gone wrong. So,
Exactly.
so it's not like you're
Exactly.
ever going to get caught up on those messages. So don't
Yeah.
try. Just make sure that people understand it's going to take a few days to get back to you, and it may not. But like, yeah, hell yeah, kick the shit out of their
Right.
expectation. But like,
Exactly.
don't let it wear on you. I only say so because that stuff can affect the creative process so
It
very much,
does.
and it
It does.
becomes the things that you turn yourself into a roadblock because you can't get out of your head about
And yeah.
and people just need to understand like when you're a one woman show, there are so many hats to wear, so some
Mm.
patience will get you the product you desire.
Yeah, and, and it has kinda put a damper on the creative, like, lately, I'm
Yeah,
just
for
like,
sure.
"Oh my god," like,
It's
I
anxiety. That's what we're talking
it
about is
is.
mental health. What we are talking about is anxiety. When
There you
certain parts of
go,
your life
yeah,
are overwhelming and they stop you from being able to do other things, you are in angst. There is anxiety going
yeah, and you're just like,
on.
"Oh, okay, how about I do nothing?"
Yeah, right.
None
It
of
just
it because
completely
it's
shuts you down.
too
Yeah. And
much,
then you
yeah,
feel like a
like
loser because you didn't like it's a
yeah.
really fun vicious cycle.
It's
Um
amazing, and you're
yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah, I get into momentum finally," and all of a sudden, So, honestly, listening to your burnout is really important because
Yeah.
I don't listen to that, as you can tell, because I won't even get on my motorcycle, but so it's kind of like, yeah, you don't listen to your burnout, then be prepared to be burnt out for, like, 2 months straight,
Yeah, and it's hard
and
to come
that's the
back from.
consequence.
It very much
It
is hard
is.
to come back from, and you have to listen to yourself. If your body is constantly telling you that you need to ride, then you need to sign up for like Eagle Riders motorcycle rental program for like $30 a month. And
Yeah.
yeah, because you accrue points every month, and then you can go rent a motorcycle that runs
Nice,
and go
okay.
ride, and it doesn't cost
Right,
you $1 million. And you just collect them like all year long. You'll collect them. And so, like,
okay.
if you end up flying somewhere and you need a motorcycle, you can rent one while you're out. I've done it several times. It
Yeah,
is
I've heard
the
of
best.
that, and I was just like, "Well, how do I do
It
this?"
sounded kind of too good to be true, but you actually save like
Yeah,
70% of the cost if you're in the program rather than just walking up to rent a motorcycle.
and it's like a place that actually lends them, or are you getting them lent by people that own this bike?
No,
Because I
it's
know
not
there
like
was one
Toro
like
or
that.
anything like that. It's, I
Okay, there
mean,
you go,
it's
yeah.
Harley Davidson Eagle Rider
Ooh,
motor.
oh,
So
hell
like
yeah.
they're all well, they're not even all Harley. Sometimes there's other brands in there, but yeah, typically they used to be owned by Harley Davidson, but I believe it's a separate brand, but still part of the family.
Got it,
So
it's like an
some dealerships
umbrella,
have them.
yeah.
It was scaled down. Some dealerships have them, some don't. They're definitely out in your area. I've been to the
Yeah,
one in LA and Phoenix and Vegas.
okay.
Yeah, and it's really convenient, especially if like you just happen to be on the hustle and it's like I don't have the 2 grand it's gonna take to get my bike to come back to life, but I still need to ride something. Let me just go rent a bike.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is helpful because I do fly a lot for shoots and just events and stuff, and I'm never riding out there because I'm like, what do I do with my bike? And yeah.
Well, yeah, well, how much gear do you have to bring whenever you do some of these shoots that you travel to? Do you rent it all while you're out there, or are you scaled down?
So when I fly, I can't really bring much because it's just all in bags, and a lot of the stuff are just too valuable for me, or it's just not gonna fit. It's just or too much money to check all of that in. So then I'll end up shipping it, but then that's even really expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
So the only option is drive with all of it in your car, which now I think I'm going to do because I just shipping it is just way too expensive.
Well, if there's anything I know about you, is that you're not going to choose something boring to drive. So, what do you have in mind for this transcontinental mode of transportation?
Maybe it would have to be boring. What if I can't just, like, break down if I have to be in an event
No,
and,
you got,
like,
but you can still do something cool. Like, I mean,
yeah, actually, I paid off my daily, and I've been talking about how I want to find maybe, like, a nice, I don't know, F-50, but obviously, like, an old one, or, I don't know, I have to kind of, like, figure out what I want because I know I need something bigger so I can actually ideally maybe sleep in, so, like, a
you need a
van would
van.
be
You need
yeah,
a
I
van.
kinda thought about
Like,
it, I
so
need
you
to
just
sleep in it.
you need a van, like,
Yeah.
period. Like, I have a 73 Econoline. And I
Oh,
absolutely
that's
love that thing. Yeah, it's long wheelbase.
yeah.
It's getting a brand new wiring system right now. So I'm excited. Here in the next couple
Ooh,
of months, it'll be a
yeah.
van again. It's got Holly Performance fuel injection installed on it, so it's going to be super, super, super reliable. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very excited for that. But that's what I would suggest, like for you. Like if you get any kind of like Ford or Chevy family van, like you get a 350 or a 302. Those parts are everywhere. So if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
you're not paying through the nose for stuff. Everyone knows how to work on them. You can learn how to work on them. They're not real complicated. They're not
Yeah.
intimidating. And they're known for just running. So,
Yeah.
like, that's what I would suggest. It's like it's also to the point to where it's bear safe, which means like you can always lock your van up at night, no matter what parking lot you're in,
Yeah.
and feel like secure. Honestly, I lived in that van for a couple of years, and some of the coziest nights sleeping alone in my big Ford kennel.
Yeah.
They were the best. Like I woke up the next morning just like, this is just so nice. And I'm like parked at Rose's Dog Beach. Like,
Yeah.
get outside and some mad dash for the shitter because I gotta go.
No, yeah, and that's I've been on okay, truck, and no, it's a van. Although,
The van.
truck would be nice, but it's a van because
It's a
then
van.
I can bring my dog with me and he can come with me
All
and
your
he's a
stuff
big
is
boy.
safe. You can build a stationary
Yeah.
bed in there that's just for
Yeah.
sleeping, and there's still room to like hang out in if you need it, like on rainy days and shit, because that's where you'll be
Yeah.
hanging out on rainy days. So you got to make sure you're comfortable. I lived on the road like that. Sabine and I did together, full time for 2 years. It's why I
That's
sold that
sick.
Harley to buy that truck because
Okay.
we
There
ended
you
up with a
go.
Black Series trailer, and we lived in that camper for like 2 years, and it was like super bougie, like something I would love to be able to
Oh,
afford someday. So like it had solar panels and knew this and knew that, and it was really sick.
that's sick.
But yeah, we figured out that you have to have a little bit of room to hang out because when rain happens, you don't want to feel
Mm,
claustrophobic. You want to be able to
yeah.
actually like breathe a little bit, stretch out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe like yeah, you could probably put the bed in and then
Well, there's a few different ways to do it. I mean, you can have it to where it turns in from a bed to two seats, two bench seats. It's really simple. You just end up using futon mattresses. So
Okay.
they fit also the backs of them. There's so many DIY sites on this stuff. You want to talk about a rabbit hole, girl? Oh, just go on Pinterest. I tell you right now.
I'll
All the
get
cool
down
guy
there.
shits on Pinterest, like straight up. So like go on Pinterest and be like, um queen size bed, like DIY queen size bed frame van. Something along that
Okay.
lines. And
I'll
you'll
do
like see
that.
that people have created plans and you can buy their plans for
Yeah.
$12 and then
No,
go to the store and buy all your
no
damn
way.
wood. And yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff out there. But yeah, so you can do things like that that allow it to be more versatile. So you can, use it for more than one thing. Or you can just do like a full on stationary bed, like big drawers underneath it that'll come out the
Yeah.
back or
Oh.
something.
Yeah, because many of my friends are vanners, so I'm sure if I got one or it'd be no problem. I'm sure they could help me out. It's just a matter of committing to the bit, which honestly, it's about time. I've been talking about it for a little bit, and I think it's just making the most sense. So maybe my hiring someone can kind of hold off for a little bit.
Well, I
I rather
mean, there are people that you can hire to go through your emails and send you the ones that are actually important, respond to the ones that are low hanging fruit, and they are remote. Those services absolutely exist. And these
I
days,
heard about that
yeah.
not like
And not even, and
4
yes,
days
AI
ago.
has it available. Like you can do that with AI, but you can also have a human do it. Just putting that out there. They're still around, so you can hire them
You're
instead.
the second person in less than like 4 or 3 days that told me about this. So I think I'm gonna actually now look into it because that'll save a lot of money
Yeah,
too.
it's totally worth
Yeah.
it when you're trying to be highly effective and running and gunning, you know,
Yeah.
and you solo act. Like it's all about the process. One of the things that I've learned most is you got to delegate the things that you don't do because you're going to waste
Mm.
your time trying to figure
Yeah.
everything out. And like even like getting my truck worked on. Like I hate not working on my own vehicles. I've always worked on my own
Right.
vehicles. But right now I need to go drop my truck off, have somebody work on my vehicle and I'm like, "Okay, what's that going to cost me? And how many
Mm.
days is it going to be gone? What is my value per day? Ah, shit. I got to pay somebody else to do it. My value is higher than that per day. You know, because my value is
Exactly.
lower than that per
Yeah.
day. Then I'm like, cool, it does make sense for me to go ahead and work on my stuff. But
Yeah.
so that's kind of the way I've been mathing it out. And it's like, yes, I do graphic design. I absolutely do. Do I do
Yeah.
graphic design to the level where I can add 100% original artwork to it? No, absolutely not. But I know where to put pictures and font and how to organize things in a layered file. So, you know, so it's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that level. But like, no, when it comes time for like true creative, like, you know, coming up with an entire like picture, drawing something out, like, no, I'll hire my friend Shaylin Brady for that because she's amazing.
Yeah. It's you just need yeah, and that's the hard part is like, okay, does my time matter more or am I strapped a little for the cash that maybe I could do it on my own or could I like save money that I could do it on my own and I tried yesterday making like two different graphics and I just they weren't even that great and I spent all day and I'm like, okay, this is why I gotta pay someone like 30, like whoever, any bucks to just to make this thing for me. So I don't have time.
Absolutely. If you need anybody,
Yeah.
let me know.
I am gonna ask you about that because I definitely do.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I have your phone number. I will text you her information.
Yeah, you
She is
better.
also a rad lady in moto. Her name is Shaylin Brady. She does all of the graphic design for Dennis Kirk.
Oh
She
yeah.
has her own brand called Shameless, and she is just a super, super dope lady that does really great work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
need that.
yeah, probably another really good story there. She just finished building a chopper last year, and
No way.
before that, she's got a like a performance dyna,
Yeah.
and all that. So yeah, she's
Okay.
super dope lady. Y'all would
Yeah.
enjoy working together. And she's an artist, you know, that is a
Awesome.
graphic
Yeah, I'm
design
glad to get
artist. I'm
connected.
a graphic design copy paster type type it out, you know, change opacity kind of guy. Super effective for general marketing.
Yeah, for the small stuff, not the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
putting it on merchandise stuff.
But yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She is one you can count on and a joy to work with.
Yeah.
Hopefully her ears are on fire right about now. Put them
That would
out.
be cool.
I'm like,
Get
oh
him up,
no.
girl.
God damn it, dump truck.
Not again.
I can't help it. That's a good thing about this community, you know. It's like, yeah, there's gonna be people, the naysayers, the haters, who are also still
Mhm.
fans, by the way. Um
I created a post saying that.
Yeah, oh shit.
Yeah, it was like blowing kisses to all my haters and fans because they all love me. Like some weird shit like that. I can't quote it for you right now,
It's
but it was a
real
lot
though.
funnier.
It's real.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like, you know, 7 people or so that don't like me out there talking some shit.
And
Watch me
that's the
lose no sleep over
thing.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep by hopefully maybe 8 o'clock early, you know?
Whew.
Wow.
Mama waking up
No,
early in the morning. She got things to do.
seriously, sometimes at 4 a.m. I'll wake up and
Yeah, I got
just
a whole lot of not thinking about those people to do. That's
it's
what I have.
this is it's like we don't have the time. So when people do have the time to hate like that, honestly go, to have the time like that, I'm envious because I don't even have time to hate them back.
Well, here's the thing. Here's or at least here's what I tell myself is like, and it helps me not because there was a point to where like it really bothers me when someone speaks ill of my name, and I don't mean it like I'm gonna kick your ass. You better put some
No.
respect on my name, boy. I
It
mean,
like hits,
it hurts. I'm
yeah.
like, damn, I really go
Mhm.
out of my way to try and consider people's feelings and most everything I do. Sometimes, like, you know, whatever. but 99% of the time, like, I really care about the effect I have on the people around me.
Yeah.
And I for what I don't know what just made me like have an aha moment, but I was just like, it's probably just because they still look at me as who I was, to the
Mm.
point where they're never going to see who I am or who I'm going to end up being. So no matter what I do, it's not going to change anything other than adding to the negative vibe. So I'm just going to be like, you do you, baby, and just
Yeah.
keep on moving through, not with a haughty spirit like, oh, well, fuck you, buddy, but just more like
Yeah.
hey, I don't know what kind of day you're having. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah.
If I did something wrong, I hope you can forgive me. If I didn't, I hope you can forgive yourself.
Exactly. And there's people that I really genuinely like if I'm like, "Oh my god, that's not okay." Like I'll do
Yeah.
anything to make it right, and even the people that I work with, in the magazine or whatever, I try so hard to make them happy, please everyone, you know. And at the end of the day, it was a hard reality. You can be on your best behavior, you can just shower everyone with positivity. They're still gonna say something about you. You're
Yeah.
probably still going to rub one of them the wrong way. So why even try to do that? Just
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 do
be
you.
yourself. Do you say
Yeah.
what you need to, and that's it. You don't have to be all like, oh, like weird to communicate. And when I do, it hasn't happened in a while, but when I used to get that occasional fuck you, you suck, you're a bit whatever. And last year it happened a lot. All I respond, if I respond, is love you too. Because the fact that you care so much and have like I couldn't imagine just sending hate to someone so to
Me
that
neither.
much passion. I go, you must really care about me in some way, shape, or form if I bug you that much because you could do whatever you want to me. It's not gonna bug me. I
Yeah,
don't give you
listen,
that
like if
power.
somebody doesn't like you, then just like you are more than welcome to not fuck with me if you don't like me.
There
Like,
you go. I give you permission to don't fuck with
yeah, your peace of mind is your own. Unfollow me. I don't put my feelings out there on
me.
Instagram. So like if you unfollow me, I'm not gonna cry tomorrow.
No,
I'll just
no.
say go in peace. That piece of garbage that just
Whatever
unfollowed me.
it is. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna
Well,
cry.
you just
Yeah.
can't live life that way because, you're not even showing them who you are. So you're not being true to
No.
yourself or anyone around you. So, like, in the end, you're trying to serve, you're trying to make yourself more consumable or something like that, right? And in that effort,
Mhm.
you instantly lose yourself. So they don't even see who you are. You don't see who you are. And so the person that they don't
No.
like isn't even fucking you.
Exactly. You're like, that's not even me. That was just me trying to like make you happy and like please you. Or that's if I've like actually like worked with someone in my magazine. But if it's just someone random, I'm like, you don't even know me or
Mm-mm.
have conversed with me. And it
Like,
just
I'm
must
already
be
wasting my time now.
exactly. Yeah. And what I always tell people, they go, "Oh, like she doesn't like you. Why? Why is she saying this about you?" And I go, "Honestly, I don't know, but it's one-sided. So if she ever one day wanted to say, "Hey, what's up?" I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, there you go. It's just when you come around to get over it and like then we can be cool. But until then, you can just I guess be sad and not have a friend. Like we
Just
can
be
all
where
be
you are.
friends. Kumbaya. Like there's nothing that deep or serious and especially what I hear that is the problem that someone has with me. I'm like, "Oh my god, like that is your problem?" Like you could you could easily like come up to me and say something or whatever, but at the end of the day I realize you're not the problem. You're not the issue. And that's why it's like that because you're it's if it was about you, that wouldn't be a feeling towards you, you know what I
Yeah, for
mean?
sure. Well, it's just one of those things where, birds of a feather, and if you're not one, then go flock somewhere else. You go
Fuck
flock
together,
yourself.
I don't know. Yeah, that thing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's for some reason humans are are naturally cliquish, and there doesn't
Mhm.
always have to be a pecking order anymore because, well, I mean, there's grocery stores full of food. We're not, chasing the herd every season and things like that. So,
Yeah.
like, a need for such of a hierarchy isn't there as much, but some people just can't do without it. So, to feel bigger, they got to try to make someone else feel smaller. And some people grow out of that going through grade school, and some people don't.
Some just
Some
don't, and
some
that's
people peaked
fine.
early, like so. So I just say, well, sorry about your luck. I'm gonna keep climbing this mountain. You just enjoy staring at my eyes.
That's a good one, I like that.
Well, good for you. I'm glad that you're able to, to stay true to yourself. I'm part of that. I'm going to say it again. Is scheduling time to go ride a motorcycle. Get
Yeah.
get your ass on the saddle,
Now
even
you're
if you got to
you're
be a
your
passenger.
voice.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, not even that have I been able to do,
Yeah,
so
see,
your
you
voice
at
is
least
stuck
got to
in
just
my
put your
head.
knees in the breeze, like whether you're in charge or not. Like
Yeah.
that goes for you boys too. Don't be afraid of nuts to butts. Like it's,
It's a new phenomenon I'm being
you gotta
heard.
stay warm out there. It's getting to be wintertime.
Getting
Tomorrow,
chilly.
tomorrow, really. This podcast is recorded on the final day of November in the year 2025.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, it's the 30th.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe
Nice.
I actually know a calendar now. I wouldn't know when it was Thursday, like frickin' 3 years ago. Not even 3 years ago.
No.
Well, I know about 3 years
No.
ago. That's when all that stopped. That's when I kind of started to slowly segue away from road life, which is hilarious
Yeah.
because I got a job and I went on the road for 33 events that year. I was like, I thought I just quit this shit. What the hell? Why am I in California again? I live in North Carolina.
You just can't keep away, apparently.
No, I mean, I would live if you live on the road long, if you're blessed to live on the road long enough, you'll start to find that your closest people uh are somewhere else
Yeah.
all the time.
That's tr
And
it's true.
it's the thing I fear the most. Like straight up, it's the thing I fear the most. No longer being on the road, now focusing
Mm.
on like, being in my own communities, which so far is going gangbusters. I'm enjoying the
There
shit
you
out of this
go.
life. Yeah. Um, I just, when it comes down to gather with the friends, like, I guess Dumpy's just got to make some friends around these parts or something. Like,
That's true.
and I can't just be,
That's
well,
true.
this weekend I'm just gonna go to Milwaukee and go hang out with the homies. I'll see you guys on Monday because it's like right around the corner. Like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's kinda how it is with me. I'm like, "Alright, I'm gonna go Colorado, hang out with my friends. Oh, I'm gonna go here, hang out with my
Yeah, you need
friends."
a van.
I need a
You're in the
van because
mode to
I'm
be doing that
s
right now, though. Like, you're in the mode to
yeah.
be doing that. If you ever have
Is
any
it
questions about that road life, you just holler at your boy Dump.
I will be hollering
Yeah,
at
like
you.
even if you're like out on the road somewhere and something bad happened, do you know anybody nearby?
Do you know how
I don't care
Muffin
where
Man?
that is, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah, it's definitely calling my name because I'm single, I don't have kids. It's, like, perfect time for
Well,
me.
yeah, you're young as hell, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is the time where you go and you go make the decisions. You say yes a lot. My philosophy on life is you say yes to live your life, no to protect yourself.
Mhm.
If it's
Yeah.
not going to hurt you, then you have no reason to say no at all. You should just be saying
Yeah.
yes to shit because that's just you're either learning something or experiencing something or both. And if you
Yeah.
just say no all the time, you're just driving and staying in your van.
No,
So just get
100%,
out there and say
100%.
yes to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, get your ass out there. Like I absolutely recommend it. I'm glad that you're leaning that direction and you've been in the
Yeah.
community, for a short time thus far. Believe it or
Yeah.
not, everyone that's in this community was in it for a short time at some point in their lives.
Mhm.
Um, but getting to live on the road, that really starts to um speed up the process of like really finding which part of this world really and truly speaks to you in a long-term situation because you're immersed in it
Yeah.
and you really you'll make some lifelong friends in that process. There's nothing like the road. there's some romance to it. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, and I've traveled a lot and road tripped a lot with other people, or at least one person. Especially, I mean, for a while, because I kind of like fear of enjoying life by myself. Like I didn't know how really, or I would get that kind of like initial anxiety of, okay, I'm gonna do this by myself. And then I turned I turned 31 and I was like, you know what? I think I want to live life by myself too because I'm missing out on so much. I think about all these opportunities I could have, traveled across the country with a van, but I was just too, well, what if I break down?
Yeah,
Oh, I
what if
can't
you break
do
down?
it.
You
Like,
know how many
what it?
great breakdown stories I have? So
Yeah.
many.
It's
So
like,
many.
okay,
Very
so
few
what?
times did they turn into a garbage story. They almost always turn
Yeah,
into some kind of rad thing that happened.
exactly. And it's just like, okay, I mean, I don't know where the fear came from, but there was one. And then now I'm just, but I mean, I still flew on my own everywhere. I mean, I had
Yeah, but
to
you already know that ain't
for
the same.
Pozer.
That
Not the
ain't,
same.
that's not the
It's
same.
just not the
There's
same, you
there's
know?
a girlfriend of mine, lady friend of mine, Miss Kaylin Thorian, and she travels solo. Like, oh, she's in Japan right now.
Dude, that's so
Yeah,
fucking
she
cool.
travels solo all the time and has for
Yeah.
years and years and years. If you ever want me to connect you with her, just ask her any like, how to safely and most enjoyably travel as a solo, you know, hot lady.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
really important to know how to. Number one,
It's
I'd say
just
go do the American
yeah.
thing and find a concealed carry and go ahead and get certified and learn
What
how to
if
shoot the thing.
sometimes I'm just like knowing myself, I would probably like end up shooting myself in the foot or just like knowing myself. But I just think I don't give myself enough credit. I think I could
Yeah.
probably
I
shoot a gun.
I think we've run into that roadblock like 3 times in this conversation so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that happens to me often. So,
Gee, you should just literally think about the magazine that you produce. And it's really hard to call this a magazine. It is so substantial. And I don't mean just thick. I mean thick and can do some damage, you know what I mean? I mean, like, really, you got stories in here that should be motivating you in
yeah.
those low days, and you're creating them. And I don't feel like you're creating them just to inspire other people. I feel like you're taking people on your own journey to inspiration as you meet these wild women of the two-wheeled varietal, and
Yeah.
it's super sick. Like, I love it. I can't
Yeah.
wait to continue to check out your magazine. So do you have it quarterly since it's a volume this big, or is it,
It's
hey man,
yearly.
this is tapas. It's going to be to your table when it's ready.
Oh, kind of. I mean, you at least expect it to come out in 1 year after um, the previous book magazine. The thing that's hard is I keep adding more women, and so there's just more content to go through and produce and articles. So it tends to take a little longer. But I'm allowing myself to take this break until the holiday is over and then jump right back into volume 4 shooting. I mean, I already have the concept down, everything
That's cool.
down. So it's now
Your
about,
tone
and
of
I'm
voice
just,
just changed. Like the confidence Ashley just busted the door, and you're
oh,
like, I've already got the concept
I
down.
already
Like
got it.
get it,
No,
mama.
because I know this concept, this theme is just freaking it's just gonna be the coolest thing. I already know it. I already know it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm
I
excited.
don't want to say
No, don't say anything
because
yet. I mean,
someone will just do it. So I got
yeah,
to be
don't say
quiet.
anything yet. But whenever you announce it, make sure you tag me, tag the show. We'll share it, all
I'll
the
tag
stuff
everyone.
forever. Yeah, it's like, don't worry, you're on the list. I
Exactly.
love it. That's really dope. I am super excited that you're already empowered to do more. I don't know if you looked into it, but another asset could be um the local colleges that are in your area, because there's always students that are looking to start to get their feet wet within an industry at some point, and intern and things
Yeah.
like that. So I don't know. It's just,
No, you're
I think what
right.
you have is great, and I love that you're letting it grow as you grow, and as you're
Yeah.
about to take this whole life change and hit the road.
You
Trailer
sing
for
it.
sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cent. No phone,
That
no
the new
pools, no
theme song?
pennies. Ain't got no cigarettes. I be 2 hours of pushing brooms buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom, and a man of means by no means. You're gonna be the queen of the road.
Ooh, yeah.
I absolutely love that song. Thank you. This karaoke moment is brought to you by water. I'm
A lot
super
of
hydrated.
water. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh my goodness, Sabine's home. What are you doing, baby? You surprised me this
Hi,
early.
Sabine.
Oh, welcome home. Well, do it makes you feel good, baby. We probably got like another, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes of talking to do, probably. All right. Just remember, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yay, baby's home.
Yeah.
Where are we at? I just got lost. Oh yeah, you're queen of the road. Do you have and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. So when do you have like a time frame of when you want to be road ready, or is this all still very much a budding idea?
Or what, the van?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna I think I'd have to figure everything out by the beginning of next year because I would
That's
like
quick.
to plan to do that for volume 4. Would be the goal.
That makes it a tax write-off. You realize that, right?
I know. I'm
All right. Just
excited.
putting that out there.
You ever
Including
look
the
at
van
things.
purchase, like as long as you do
No,
it under your
yeah,
LLC or however you are
exactly. Have an
incorporated.
LLC. Yeah.
LLC S Corp, thanks.
S corp.
You know. Tax compliant, y'all. Yeah,
Very
that's
tax.
I'm super excited for it. You don't have to get an old school van, like it just needs to be a
No, I
van.
don't.
Old
I
school
just
is
gotta.
cool, but you need something you can rely on. You got places to be, like, you could absolutely buy something used within the last 10 years and be super stoked that
Yeah.
you're just not gonna have to do anything to it except drive the damn
Yeah.
thing. And you also may be like, shut up, dump truck. I'm gonna get myself a G20 and we're hitting the road.
Knowing myself, I'll just probably not. I'll probably just get some super old van and then be like, dump truck was right like halfway across the
But you know
country.
that, like, within those choices is access to the actual community that lives the lifestyle. Like that
Yeah.
van, like I'm getting ready to sell my truck, and I don't want to because it's a great truck, but I also don't need it. I don't live in a trailer anymore. I don't have to tow something every day, and I'm ready to get back to driving my van every day because it was my daily driver for like 8 years or something like that,
Oh,
and I'm ready to get back to that life. So like whenever someone calls for help, like people like me are the ones that'll come to the call. We come with tools and enough fuck around to be able to find out. And
yeah.
it really is like every breakdown's like a whole new friendship. Like it may last a super long time. It may last about 30 minutes until you're back on the road, but like it always ends up working itself out. And if you're out there
Yeah.
to tell stories, it's a great story to add to your repertoire.
And I love all the stories that accumulated.
Oh yeah.
What's another one?
Yeah. I mean, add it to the pile. People that say
Yeah.
no don't have any stories. They're boring.
No.
That's what they are. They're very
Very
safe
boring.
and they're boring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not it.
I think about something if I'm like kind of like, I just need to keep my friends entertained. So I might as well just do it in entertaining story.
Yep. However you gotta frame it, get your ass on the road. That is like some of the best. I
Yeah.
think everyone deserves a certain amount of walkabout, whether you turn it into something professional or something that is just completely self-serving. Either way, it's completely appropriate. Like,
It's not really like chopper related either, so it could be like another little weird avenue I can go down and
well, I
learn
mean,
something new.
now if you get like a, an older van or kind of a van of any kind, it's a very similar community and there's a lot of crossover between vans and choppers.
There
Like,
is. I mean, because I'm friends with mm, someone who actually is like kind of runs a van community here. Is a huge vanner, so I know the crossover is like super embedded for
yeah,
sure. I
makes
mean,
it easier
my
like to find more vanners. If you're already connected on the
exactly.
chopper side, like you'll be able to find your way pretty simply.
Yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of my close friends that, vanners, so I'm almost like not worried about it because they're right there. If I need help or questions, they can just like hop on over and teach me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it'll be
fucking
fun.
cool. I can't wait to see the stories that come from your road trip. I'm excited. I'm so excited for
Fun.
you.
Silly,
This
silly.
is gonna be the greatest. You don't even know. Yeah,
You
man.
don't
Like,
even know.
yeah, I'm very grateful for the road life that I've led. I'm very excited about the one that I've started. And I
Yeah.
think I'm excited about the one that I've started because I took the time to live on the road. Like,
Mm,
yeah, like I know what's out there. I
yeah.
know what to expect. Still a bunch of question marks. Not everything's always a sure thing out on the road, even
Yeah.
no matter how much you know or think you know. And but I'm really excited for you. A van is the way. Like if you need more
It
than that,
is.
get a small trailer. Like,
Yeah.
but
I don't no,
for a
there's
party
no
of
way.
one, get a van that you can store some stuff on top. You
Yeah.
get some straps you can lock down that people can't steal shit off of, and just
Yeah.
boogie. Just boogie.
Boogie,
Yeah.
oogie,
Boogie, oogie. um,
Yeah, that'll be super fun, and that way I can even do little weird pop-ups and, just feel like, "Hey, guys, I got mags in your city if you wanna come."
oh, have you heard of Harvest Host? Harvest Host is like $99 a year. And after paying that $99, you have free access to one night overnight stays all over the country. Most of them are on private property. A lot of them are like breweries, meaderies. Sometimes you're just like the parking lot of a church. but
Yeah,
but
which
it's like
all
if you're in
good.
transit, you're not trying to have an experience overnight every time. You just need a
Yeah.
safe place to stop. It's really inexpensive, and like typically there's something cool going on wherever you are, whether it's a brewery or historic site or a farm
Oh.
or something like that. So that's a really cheap way to be able to stay on the road, because like
Yeah.
hotels and stuff, they get expensive. You don't want to leave your shit outside. You start thinking like your shit's safe if you're sleeping inside.
Yeah, I don't even like staying at hotels when I'm traveling for Pozer or anything. I normally know someone where I'm gonna be that I could stay with because paying for all of that hotel, motel stuff is just it's just
Dude,
not
Cracker
feasible.
Barrel, are you familiar with Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Do you know that you can park overnight at Cracker Barrel parking lots?
No, I did not.
I am here for you.
What? You can
So
what?
yeah, and I don't know if it's 100% of them, but I do feel like it is a corporate policy. So like everybody knows that Walmart does it. You can park
Yeah.
overnight in Walmart parking lots. It's not every one of them though. You're still supposed to check in with the store manager,
Um,
because some of them don't allow it and you'll get woken up and it's not fun. Or your shit'll get
yeah.
towed while you're in town at dinner. So if you do
No.
Walmart, which I never liked staying at a Walmart. Like
It seems like high
it's
traffic.
too loud. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
and for me, like I'm too aware. So, like everything, I'm like, who wants to die? Oh, sorry, that was literally a bag hitting the truck. Like, plastic bag. I'm going to kill the plastic
Just an
bag.
urban jellyfish. Watch out.
It's floating. But yeah, so like Harvest Hosts are really good, and they've got a spinoff called Boondockers, and it's really similar. It's really inexpensive, but that's for like multiple nights.
Yeah.
So those are really helpful on the road. Yeah, and Cracker Barrel. The great thing about Cracker Barrel is like when you drive around the Cracker Barrel parking lot, you'll notice that there are really big parking spots, and they're for RVs and campers. And
Oh.
that is like how you know that you're at a Cracker Barrel that you can park overnight at. And when you wake up in the
Okay, it's like
morning,
in the back.
you can go get your ass a country breakfast.
I know. It's like right there.
Brilliant.
Great idea.
Let's see. Like I'm sitting here going, before we go, what else? What other knowledge? If you haven't been taking notes, you're gonna have to go back and watch this episode and be like, damn it, what the fuck was he talking?
Okay, write that down. Okay, write that down.
What else was there, babe? Babe, well, what was something on the road that we're really glad that we knew about that we use, like Harvest Host? Hip Camp is a really good one. But you usually have to stay multiple nights there. I don't know. Yeah, we had
Police.
Cracker Barrel, Hip Camps. Yeah, Sprouts. You could usually park at a Sprouts parking lot. Those usually have less crackheads than other ones.
I mean, yeah, probably more like, hippies or whatever.
Yeah. So you can get some weed.
Some patchouli oil while you're at it.
Maybe some boomers. Get some pizza toppings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think those are some pretty good ones to know if you're traveling on the road. Like, where could you stay overnight? Where can you wake up and have breakfast ready to rock and roll, like a real breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cracker Barrel is definitely like, you're like, oh, there's a Cracker Barrel. Everything is gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. There's a Cracker Barrel. Buc-ee's is also one of those.
Oh, Buc-ee's.
It's obnoxiously like consumerism, but you're gonna love it anyway.
For sure. And I mean, Love's is a good one to like.
That's my favorite. I'll stop at a Love's before I'll stop anywhere.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just know it's gonna be legit.
I know when I sit down on that toilet, someone washed it recently.
It's clean. Yeah, like it's clean.
Let's be real. What we're talking about here is the toilet we're gonna be sitting on when we stop at a stop.
And that's very, very important. I remember I recommended Love's to someone when they were traveling, and they were like, "I don't get why you like Love's. That was so dirty." I'm like, "Are you sure you went to Love's? Because like." It's like a policy.
Yeah, people shower there, man. Like,
yeah, like it's pretty much just like home for truckers,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. I'm so stoked for you. Oh my god. What do you
It's
have any
gonna be
place that do you have any place that you're looking forward to seeing the most on the road, or you're just gonna figure it out as you run?
I didn't get to spend as much time in New Mexico than I really wanted to spend a little more time on the way back from Charlotte.
Very underrated. Yeah, New
Yeah,
Mexico is
it's
dope.
really pretty.
Arkansas is
Yeah.
really underrated. Kentucky
Is
is
it?
really underrated.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know that when I was doing the drive from Charlotte, I did what is it? Was it from Nashville? I skipped, let's see, Oklahoma, and I think I even passed Tennessee too, and just went straight
Yeah,
to
on
New
40.
Mexico from there. Yeah, because I don't want to. If you want to camp in between that, you'd have to go to Amarillo, Texas,
Yeah.
and it's like if you
But
feel
if
like
you're gonna go
camping
there,
at
you
that
just need to
point.
stay at the Holiday Inn next to the Big Texan.
Hey, I looked at that and I was like, is that a legit place?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh man, yes. Like it's in
Okay.
a John Candy movie. When he goes there to eat the Big Texan, the huge, like 1,000,000-ounce porterhouse steak that's there. Yeah.
Why the hell did we camp in Amarillo then?
And right next door is the Holiday Inn. I've stayed there several times. And then you go
Okay,
over the
good to
Big
know.
Texan. And even if you don't eat meat, the sides are it's all like family style. So like,
Oh, so the sides are good.
yeah, you about to have some leftovers. You gonna have some takeaway.
to put in my little van fridge.
That's right. And then you can go see Cadillac Ranch over there too. It's all right, same little area.
Really?
Yeah, if I remember
Oh,
right.
I didn't know that.
Hmm. It's pretty cool. It's cool out there. I'm excited for you.
Well,
I'm excited for you. Well, let's tell everybody where we can find you. Where we can find you. Where we where we can follow you and support what you're doing on social medias, and then of course where we can find this Pozer magazine. This is volume 3. It is amazing. I can attest to it. I can't wait to finish it. Really great stories about really dope, powerful, empowered, strong, beautiful, badass women in the motorcycle world.
Hell
And
yeah.
by one of her own. So, Ashlee, where can we find your social media at?
So Instagram is Pozer Magazine with a Z, obviously. Website to buy all of the merch and everything from would be posermagazine.com with a Z as well. And we just started a TikTok. Same thing as well, Pozer Magazine. I'm still getting the hang of TikTok. So
Well,
yeah.
it's annoying, so get
Yeah.
ready to not like it that much.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Them TikTok kids, they can do what they want. And where is it? So we order this online only from posermagazine.com?
Yes, online only. If anyone's listening from out of country, I'm actually looking into getting it in a store in Canada and in the UK, hopefully Osaka.
And these are the haters that we were talking about
Those are the
earlier.
haters.
Those are the
That's the
haters.
hater.
Well,
That's her bike too in the middle. So
that's
if you see it.
amazing. Yeah. Published haters. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Ashlee, thank you so much for sharing the story. It's fun to talk to you about the
Oh,
road and about your art
yeah.
and what it takes to make it all happen. And I'm excited to continue to follow your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was an honor to hear that you wanted me on. So I was like, yay, Dumpy.
Well, thanks for joining me. I love having doers out here, and you're doing really
Yeah,
cool stuff. And
thank you.
keep at it. I feel like you're doing it right. Keep saying yes.
I will.
All right, we'll talk to you later, Bo.
Thanks, Dumpy. Bye.
Bye. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love hearing the fact, obviously, I love hearing the fact that she's getting ready to hit the road. I was super pumped and excited about it. My little tail was wagging. And I just couldn't shut my mouth. I was like, do you know about this? Do you know about that? But that's fun. I'm excited for my friends as they find their way. That's part of the journey that I don't know if really ever stops. Maybe it does in some years beyond, but I'm only 46. I got a whole lot of room to run. So right now I'm just making a plan and bobbing and weaving as I try to execute towards my goals. And that's kind of all we can do. And, and yeah, so hope you've enjoyed that conversation. I'm really grateful for her time. And again, we've got some new episodes coming out here in a couple of weeks. We're going to be dropping an episode with Miss Ray Ripple, already pre-recorded as well. So get ready for that one. And then my friend Jay from Left Lane Syndicate, which is a clothing brand that's all focused about going fast in that left lane. He's going to be on here, and he's actually going to be in studio. It'll be my first in-studio episode, and I'm excited for that. And then we will have Mr. Scott O'Sullivan of the Scott O'Sullivan Law Firm, responsible for Rider Justice, our fantastic sponsor. So if you've got any questions for Jay from Left Lane or from Scott O'Sullivan from Rider Justice, give the hotline a call. It's 833-474-2010, 833-474-2010. Leave a message either for me or for one of the upcoming guests, Jay from Left Lane Syndicate or Scott O'Sullivan of Rider Justice, and be a part of the show. We'll play your message potentially, and we'll address your question or just let you air out whatever your issue is. As always, I really appreciate the likes, subscribes, and of course the shares are a big deal. It's free to do and it's really helpful for me. So thanks for watching another episode of I Speak Good with Dump Truck. And stay tuned. We've got lots of more stuff coming down the pipeline. Work it out. Whoa! I do want to remember to give my buddy Handlebars and Cigars a shout out. He's got a podcast as well called Handlebars and Cigars. It's not really that complicated. Really awesome dude. We've been able to meet and get to become buddies here in the Charlotte area. So thanks for the hoodie. And check him out. He's probably a little bit nicer than you. Okay, now bye. I speak good.